After COVID-19, the world is unlikely to return to the way it was. Many trends already underway globally are being accelerated by the impact of the pandemic. This is especially true for innovations that reduce human-to-human contact, automate processes, and increase productivity amid social distancing. Geographic Information System, or GIS, is a framework for gathering, managing, analyzing, and visualizing geographically referenced information. The use of GIS for development planning and crisis management is well documented. However, its usefulness as a tool for evaluators had gone relatively unnoticed till recently.
The GIS technology helps promote result orientation by connecting local area and the people with geospatial and socio-economic data, such as CO2 emission, natural disaster, land use, and nighttime light. Nighttime light is used as a proxy of socio-economic activity. Through this, economic growth of the project area can be measured. IED has evaluated impact of more than 30 transport projects with nighttime light. Before, it was very difficult to measure economic impact to the local people living in the project area. The conventional economic analysis measured benefit of transport users, such as travelers and vehicle operators. Now, the GIS analysis can complement the existing economic analysis for more comprehensive assessment. Other key advantages are most data are remotely and retrospectively accessible and free of charge. Results are comparable because data standard and quality are the same across country. Technology is innovation and application is a game changer.
The use of satellite imagery and GIS can be a powerful visual tool to present evaluation findings. However, there are some risks and challenges that need to be managed. First, there is the issue of how appropriate these technologies are for tracking an intervention's outcomes. Spatially based outcomes, such as increases in agricultural productivity, changes in land use, or improvements in road networks, can be readily mapped and interrogated. Socioeconomic outcomes can be a bit more challenging, and depending on the unit of the study, care must be taken in how the data is mapped and aggregated to protect individual data privacy rights. Second, there is the issue of spatial resolution. Modern satellites can map to a very fine resolution down to centimeters. However, when we go back into the historical record to examine project conditions, say 15 years ago, the resolution deteriorates to hundreds of meters, which may not be sufficient to track outcomes of interest. And there's also a cost dimension for those higher resolution images. Thirdly, there is the issue of ground truthing, where we need to verify satellite observations through data collected on the ground, whether they are agricultural statistics, beneficiary interviews, or the collection of primary data. And a related issue is the need to establish spatial counterfactual to ensure that any observations can be attributed to the intervention and not due to other external reasons which may be beyond the influence of the project.
In fragile and conflict-affected situations and other hard-to-reach areas, satellite data and geospatial approaches are particularly useful in evaluating interventions. At the Independent Evaluation Office of the Global Environment Facility, such approaches have helped us address the challenges of access as well as safety, which are predominant concerns in such contexts. We've used satellite data to address questions of relevance, as many fragile and conflict-affected situations are also areas with high and significant biodiversity. GIS analysis has helped us establish baselines where such baselines didn't exist before. It's also helped us generate long-term data on sustainability of outcomes in difficult contexts, for example, in the small island developing states in the Pacific Islands. More recently, we've been using GIS data on environmental outcomes alongside other survey data, such as household surveys and health assessments, to actually assess both environmental outcomes as well as the socio-economic co-benefits of GEF interventions.
Great opportunities exist at the nexus of GIS technology and evaluations. As spatially based data becomes increasingly available in the development arena, the use of GIS and remote sensing technologies offer a huge opportunity to complement traditional evaluation methods and provide new solutions to improve the quality of evaluative findings and recommendations to support better development effectiveness.